I'm going to walk you through what you need to do for your weekly contributions to the student portfolio. Now, before we start, there's one thing that I did find out. You aren't able to share your chats with me if you're using a non-paid version of a chatbot. So there is a workaround. Simply copy and paste that information and put it into a Google Doc. Label that Google Doc properly, and I would say make sure that it is labeled week one dash and then give it a descriptive name and then share it with me and make sure that I can see it. Share it properly, and then you put the link in wherever you want to share the link and make sure that you label it properly. So I just wanted to make sure you get that. Now, let's get back to here with the Gen A activity. What you need to do first is complete the Gen A activity, and then you're going to use this prompt. And what you do is you see the prompt, it tells you to copy and paste it into your chatbot. You're going to do that, and it's going to create a summary. Now, the first step is what you're going to do is once it's created this summary, you're going to copy and paste that summary right here under Gen AI activity. And then you're going to go over it carefully, making sure that it accurately represents your experience. If you're sure about that, you move on to the personal Gen AI project, and you're going to use this prompt. Now, again, you're going to use the prompt, you're going to copy it in, it's going to create a summary, you're going to put it in here, you're going to edit it. In this case, I want you to clearly make sure that you have the title of your project so I know what you're doing. Both Kyle and I have to look at this, so we're trying to assess what's going on. Now, community contributions. In the in-class contributions, again, use the prompt, same procedure again, copy and paste in here, edit to make sure that it accurately reflects your in-class contributions. Your Gen AI resource. Now, some of you might say find two useful resources. I'm not sure if you got a version that said that, but I want you just to find one useful resource. But you need to look at these resources here, and this is how you would copy it in there. You would give the article a link. Same thing if it's a bias here. This is a guide. This is a cheat sheet. So whatever you're contributing, I want you to do a nice summary of that, and I want you to put that right here so I know what the actual, let's go down here, right here, or so I know where the actual what your contribution is. I want to see it here. But you also have to go into here, which is the spreadsheet. You're going to open up the spreadsheet. It doesn't really fit in here. And you're going to come down here, and in this case, person's done a perfect job here. They've given a nice label, and then they've given a nice description. In this case, they have not labeled it correctly. They've given the link, but I don't want you to put the link in. I want you to put in type in a label and then add the link to it. Okay, and then make sure you put the description here. This person's put in two links and then no description at all. So that doesn't really help us. You imagine someone trying to use this list and they don't know what's going on. So we want to make sure that your resources are really well done. Now, once you've done that, you go back up to here and you give yourself a letter grade for the week. But you have to justify it. And here's the guide here. And please assess based on this. And so you can give, these are possible criteria. And this is sort of kind of a guide here. So you want to talk about the key things. What did you learn? Your engagement and effort, challenges and growth, things that you overcame if you did, task completion, your reflection, possible opportunities for improvement, and your community contributions. So you're just kind of doing a brief summary of that, and you'll just do that in point form here, and then give yourself a grade. If you just give yourself a grade and don't justify it, then it's very hard for me to actually know what to do because you haven't given me the justification. All right, so that is a summary of what I'm expecting.